Tesla is recalling almost all of its Cybertrucks due to a cosmetic exterior panel.
Assembly lines have gone dark, deliveries have been stopped, and Tesla's most hyped creation, the Cybertruck, is facing a full-scale emergency. Just months after its flashy debut, production has stalled. Nearly every unit on the road is being called back. And inside Tesla's walls, panic, reassignments, silence. What was supposed to be the future of electric trucks has spiraled into a crisis that no one saw coming. So what went wrong inside Tesla's newest machine? Why are thousands of owners being told not to drive? And could this mark the beginning of the end for the Cybertruck? Here's the full story. The warning signs were subtle at first, occasional gaps in delivery timelines, whispers from inside Giga Texas, and rumors of sudden shift cancellations. But by the time Tesla publicly hit the brakes, the damage was already done. Production of the Cybertruck, Tesla's most highly anticipated launch since the original Model S, has ground to a halt. Not paused, not delayed, halted. Thousands of trucks now sit idle in holding lots. Shipments to customers have been stopped, and nearly every Cybertruck already delivered is being called back. So what triggered this full-blown crisis? Officially, Tesla says it's a safety issue, an internal defect so serious it warranted an immediate recall. But inside sources paint a more tangled story, one of rushed deadlines, overlooked warnings, and a vehicle that was never truly ready for the road. Let's rewind. When the Cybertruck was unveiled, Elon Musk promised a revolution, an all-electric pickup with a sci-fi silhouette, bulletproof stainless steel panels, and specs that could rival gas-powered giants. The hype was enormous. Pre-orders surged. The waitlist swelled into the hundreds of thousands. Tesla fanatics praised its unconventional design. Investors cheered the boldness. Musk even claimed it would outperform Ford's best-selling F-150 on every metric. But reality has been slower and harsher. After a limited rollout began in late 2023, early customers started reporting issues, fit and finish problems, software bugs, uneven handling. Many drivers noted wide panel gaps, wobbly trim, and rattling components. Most troubling of all, a series of mechanical complaints that hinted at something more dangerous beneath the surface. Therefore, when Tesla issued a recall in April 2024 for roughly 3,900 Cybertrucks due to a serious accelerator pedal defect, it was no surprise to those watching closely. According to the recall, the pedal could dislodge and trap itself. This forced the vehicle to accelerate uncontrollably unless the brakes were slammed or the truck was shut down. In a vehicle this size and weight, the risk was immense. But here's the real concern. This wasn't a freak accident. Reports suggest Tesla changed the pedal's material just weeks before launch, prioritizing lighter weight and lower costs. The updated design skipped extended safety testing. Why? Internal pressure to meet Elon Musk's aggressive timelines. That decision now appears catastrophic. Inside Tesla's Gigafactory in Austin, the effects were immediate. The Cybertruck line went silent. Workers trained specifically for this model were reassigned. Some were sent home. Others were told to perform cleanup or attend training while assembly froze. Vehicles that were built but not yet shipped gathered dust in lots. Tesla issued a firm directive to owners: stop driving. And as production stalled, so did confidence. Behind the factory walls, the once optimistic workforce began to dwindle. Workers described shrinking shifts, stricter rules, and fewer hours. Several were laid off outright. The facility that once symbolized Tesla's bold expansion into truck manufacturing was now becoming a monument to missed targets. Which raises a larger question: how did a company known for innovation end up here?
It's tempting to chalk this up to a single misstep, a bad part, a rushed production call. But what's unraveling now suggests something much deeper, a culture problem. Tesla has long prided itself on speed. Move fast, innovate faster. But that pace has a price, and the Cybertruck is now paying it in full. Internal emails, reportedly leaked by frustrated engineers, show warnings about the pedal issue months before the recall. Engineers urged for stronger materials. They asked for backup mechanical stoppers. They proposed additional stress tests. But according to the leaks, their concerns were sidelined. One executive reportedly wrote, "Delay risks investor panic." That line alone says everything. But the pedal wasn't the only issue. It was just the spark. Since November 2023, the Cybertruck has faced 8 separate recalls. Not for the same issue, 8 different problems. These range from a detaching trim panel that could fly off mid-drive, to windshield wiper failures, to a glitch that delays the rear camera feed.
46,000 vehicles are being recalled because of a trim panel that can delaminate and detach while driving, increasing the risk of a crash.
There were also problems with the cantrail, the decorative metal rails above the doors, which in some cases separated while the truck was in motion. According to the NHTSA, this created a road hazard for drivers behind the Cybertruck and increased the risk of crashes. The wiper motor, essential for visibility in rain, was prone to failure, and some customers reported their odometers being reset during service, raising questions about Tesla's quality control and after-sale support. All of these are symptoms of a rushed rollout. And while Tesla's early adopters have shown incredible loyalty in the past, patience is wearing thin. Social media is flooded with video clips of malfunctioning Cybertrucks. One shows a truck rolling forward at a stoplight. Another captures a rear panel peeling off on the freeway. Some owners want refunds. Others are lawyering up. Meanwhile, Tesla's biggest plant, Giga Texas, has become a symbol of dysfunction. Reports say production is running at a fraction of its planned rate. Workers describe empty parking lots, inconsistent hours, and morale dropping fast. At one point, 50 workers were laid off by a third-party contractor. Elon Musk once projected Cybertruck production to hit 250,000 units per year.
And I guess we'll see what the demand is like. I think we're likely to do probably 250,000 a year, I think, maybe more. Again, very much dependent on what the demand is like, and it's we don't just need to ramp up production, but we also need to improve the production cost efficiency, which is going to be also a very hard thing. So, but I'd say it's 250,000 a year is a reasonable guess.
Even Sandy Munro, CEO of Munro and Associates, a firm famous for its car teardowns, said if they continued with the same momentum, they would easily hit 250,000.
So if they could keep that momentum up, in 12 months, they should be able to do easily 250. It depends on how many, shifts you've got and whatnot, but they should easily be able to do 250,000 a year.
But right now, analysts say Tesla is moving closer to 25,000. That's just 10% of its intended capacity. Therefore, Tesla has turned to aggressive discounting just to move product, up to $10,000 off some models. A new, cheaper rear-wheel drive version was introduced to spark demand, but it stripped out core features and flopped in reception. Owners who waited years for their vehicle now feel shortchanged. Even more troubling, Tesla reportedly stopped accepting Cybertrucks for trade-ins, a move that suggests they're bracing for further depreciation. In some cases, trucks built 6 months ago are still sitting on lots, unsold. That's tens of millions of dollars in idle inventory. In short, the Cybertruck isn't just a production problem, it's a brand problem, one that's threatening Tesla's image as the gold standard in EV innovation. For Wall Street, the numbers are already in. Tesla's Q1 of 2025 was brutal. Deliveries dropped 13%. Profits collapsed by 71% year over year. The company's flagship models, including the Cybertruck, have gone from driving momentum to dragging down balance sheets. Analysts aren't mincing words. One called this a fork-in-the-road moment for Tesla. Another labeled it a brand crisis. But while the financials look rough, the long-term impact could cut even deeper. Tesla built its brand not just on performance, but trust. A belief that even when things were rocky, they were always building towards something better. Now, that trust is eroding. Why? Because the Cybertruck wasn't just a vehicle. It was a promise of disruption, of rugged design and futuristic tech. Instead, it's being recalled, retooled, and ridiculed. And Elon Musk? Silent.
The man who once tweeted through crises and trolled competitors hasn't offered a public explanation. No apology, no roadmap, just silence. For a company built on narrative, this is deafening. Meanwhile, competitors are circling. Ford and Rivian have already ramped up ads touting reliability and safety. Even traditional automakers are pouncing on Tesla's stumble, pitching their EVs as the smarter, safer choice. General Motors, Hyundai, and Toyota, all companies long criticized for moving slowly in EV development, are now seizing the opportunity to highlight their stability. Therefore, Tesla's first-mover advantage in electric trucks is evaporating. Behind closed doors, Tesla is quietly reshaping its narrative. In investor calls, there's less talk of Cybertrucks and more about humanoid robots, AI infrastructure, and autonomy. It sounds like a pivot or a distraction. Musk has even hinted at expanding Tesla's robo-taxi fleet, shifting attention away from vehicles with wheels and steering altogether. Because here's the truth, over-the-air updates can fix bugs, but they can't fix hardware that was broken the day it rolled off the line. The Cybertruck was meant to be the future, but now it's raising a difficult question. Has Tesla outpaced its own ability to deliver? The next few months will be critical. Tesla must recall, repair, and regain control. But more than that, it has to prove to customers, investors, and regulators that it can still build with precision, not just ambition. If it doesn't, the Cybertruck might be remembered not as Tesla's crown jewel, but as the moment everything cracked. So, what do you think? Is this just a bump in the road for Tesla, or a warning sign that the company is moving too fast? Should safety ever take a back seat to innovation? And can Tesla still be trusted to lead the EV space after this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you love this video, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe for deeper insights into the stories that are reshaping industries. Until next time, drive safe and stay curious.